Hi class, Jolene here. Let's talk a little bit about brushes and how you can use them in your um, in anything that you're using line and shape for. So as an example, I'm using this work from a previous student, and I'm going to select all of these lines. And then I'm going to go to my brushes palette, which is right here, but you can also get to it from here. So let's take a look. It looks like this student used a basic line for this, but let's take a look at what would happen if we use this charcoal feather line. Oh, wow. That's a whole different thing, right? And maybe that line will work, but it's way too big. It's still only 1 point as it was before, but it looks terrible basically. So you can adjust how that line looks by double clicking on it, opening this dialog box. And then for instance, we can slide this over, make sure you have preview on so you can see that it's getting smaller, and we can make it even smaller. And you can mess around with things like scale proportionately, um, just look at the different options you have here. So then when after you say okay, you can say apply to strokes, and then we get this look. Whoops, let me make this bigger. So it's kind of a different look. Let's try it again with a different brush. So these are the basic brushes, but there's a lot more hidden here. So you can go to Open Brush Library and then go to this other menu and look at Artistic. And let's try, for instance, calligraphy. And it'll open as a new panel, and you can dock it right here if you want. So for instance, let's see what happens if we try that one. Again, out of control, so let's double click on it. Oh, this one doesn't seem to adjust. So let's try this one. That's kind of like a blob. Um, so for these are kind of rounded. You can see what that would look like. Here's another one. So that one is more like a calligraphy pen. All right, let's see what other choices we have here. So we got to go in order to, well, let's see what this drop down should, okay, yeah. So you can add, with this drop down, you can add that particular brush to your standard brushes palette, which is this. Once you find one you really like, and you might want to save it in your brushes palette. So let's go back here and back to Open Brush Library and look at other, let's try this one. And let's see what happens if we try that. That's like that other one that we tried. So the point is just check out all the, try it with different brushes. So far, whoops, none of these are all that exciting. Let's see what else we have. You're not going to want to look at borders for this, or maybe you want to look at this grunge brushes, but it's probably not going to be appropriate for this. And it doesn't look like this is one that you can click on and adjust it like some of them you can. So try different things. I guess I won't leave it like that. That's terrible. You can do something as simple as you can draw with, let's get a regular brush here. You can draw with the brush tool. You can draw with the pen tool. You can make straight lines with the line tool. There's quite a few different ways you can approach this, which, try different things and see what works for you. Okay, that's brushes.